Hey everybody, it's Sunday, so it must be time for another box office update in terms of the After movie. This weekend, the movie came at number 13 in the box office. It hit $425,000 here in the US. It dropped 82.2%, lost 1,531 theaters, made a per theater average of $700, and so far has grossed $11,670,739 here in the US. Now, that is an overperformance. Let's keep saying this. This film has overperformed, and imagine how much more money this film could have made if, like the website Deadline said opening weekend, if Avrion Pictures had just spent a little bit of money with TV spots, a little bit of money in terms of the marketing. Yeah, this is an overperformance. So that pretty much brings the overall total up to $49.1 million, which I'm pretty sure that once you add in the international numbers, because the international numbers have not been reported yet for this weekend, I am sure that this film will cross $50 million by the time they report the numbers. So yeah, a reason why I wanted to make this video is because, like some people are seeing After as like the easy target, pretty much saying, oh, look at this, young adult thing that, got, is already pretty much out of theaters after 3 weeks. Yeah, but I want to smack around another film for a little bit that actually deserves a little bit more of a smacking than After does. And that is Hellboy, because guess what After was able to accomplish this weekend in fewer theaters? It was able to beat it in terms of the placement at the box office. It was able to beat it in terms of how much it grossed this weekend. It was able to beat it in terms of the percentages that it dropped. It was able to beat it in terms of how many theaters it lost. And it was able to beat it in terms of the per theater average. So yes, that is actually a win for After. So yes, I kind of want to just smack Hellboy a little bit for that. But yeah, so another reason why I wanted to kind of talk about this is because I went to my theater on Wednesday to buy my tickets for other things, just like for some stuff I got coming up. And it's also to see if they had any more tickets left for this weekend for Endgame. I was able to get a couple more tickets to go a couple more times. And so when I was asking them, like, hey, I know that you guys are pretty much, putting Avengers like on like 9 or 10 screens. I mean, if you look at the show times, but sometimes, you guys might do that. But after the weekend is done, like some films that disappeared might come back. Hey, that's what's going to happen to After? And he said, no, we're losing it. And then he pretty much said, but do you want to know something? And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh yeah, no, we wouldn't have lost After this weekend if Disney had not sent an email pretty much saying that, hey, you guys can, theaters, you can put as many show times for Avengers Endgame as you want, but here's the condition. You have to keep our other stuff. You cannot lose any of our other movies. So you have to keep Dumbo, and you have to keep Penguins, that nature documentary that they got out right now. And so, yeah, no, he pretty much flat out admitted to me, like, oh, yeah, no, After would have stuck around for another week, for at least until May 3rd, at least until next weekend. So, yeah, that was actually pretty interesting to hear. And so, like, the guy behind who always took my ticket whenever I went to go see After, and in case you're wondering, how many times did I see After? 10 times, people. Yeah, look, I like the film just fine. But yeah, I went to go see it 10 times, people. And so the guy behind the ticket counter, the guy who was tearing up the tickets, pretty much was kind of, screwing around with me a little bit and pretty much joking around with me and saying, like, you single-handedly might have been, it might have been because of you that, like, we actually made money on this thing, like because we actually, made some money off of this. And I was like, dude, you can't just put that on me, man. Because, like, every time I went to go see it, I wasn't alone. I mean, I never had a private screening of the film, so people were always in there. But yeah, so far this film has made $49.1 million, and they have not reported the international numbers for this weekend. Yeah, I can definitely see this thing crossing $50 million once they report the international numbers. But yeah, this is a win in any way, shape, or form that you try to swing it. It's already made its budget back. It's already, broken even. It's now in profitability territory. We are now, making the studio a profit. We are now making the film a profit. It's still got a few more places to open up. I know that the Philippines is getting it on May 8th. Unfortunately, they do not have a release date for the UK yet. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know, unfortunately, if the UK is ever going to get it. I think it's Germany who's not going to get the film until June 7th, which that's something that I think I might have missed in my theory video yesterday, or whenever I think it was yesterday that I posted the theory video. That might be another reason why they have not announced the sequel, because they are waiting for it to see waiting for it to open up in other countries first, like pretty much like open up everywhere that it's going to open up first, and then they'll announce the sequel. Another theory is just that a lot of films, or especially like a lot of two film, like they tend to shoot the final films back to back. So they did it with like Harry Potter, they did it with the Hunger Games, they did it with 50 Shades, they did it with Twilight. So if they want to make after a trilogy, because that's what it's been pretty much reported as at this point, that it's going to be a trilogy. I don't know how they're going to work this, because I think there is about 4 books. So I don't know what they're doing with like the trilogy, or like how they're working that. But they could be trying to see if they can shoot the second and third films back to back or simultaneously, and trying to work out the actor schedule. So yeah, jump down to the comment section below. Let me know what you think about all this. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to click the like button. Remember to subscribe. As always, I'll see you later. After Naders. Take care, y'all.